What's up, guys? Kevin here. So my never-ending quest for a 30 series GPU lands me with this Cyberpower from Best Buy for $1549. Has a 3070, 10700K, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 TB NVMe SSD, and this really ugly wiring, which, I gotta say, I don't mind it. I don't mind the ugly wiring. A few months ago, I probably would have returned it for the ugly wiring, but you can't find these guys in store. Now, that being said, this is the 3070 pre-built Cyberpower. I've seen it add to cart over the last week. Because even though I bought this, I still check every day. It's still available. Maybe it'll be sold out now, but keep an eye out for these Cyberpowers. I bought a few Cyberpowers. I really haven't had any issues with them. I know some people do. I've had great luck with Cyberpower pre-builts from Best Buy. The MSI, the one I filmed a week ago, if you remember, my 3080, I didn't notice it until after the video, but the side here, this looks nice. NZXT, that's why I appreciate Cyberpower. They're using NZXT case. But that MSI 3080 for like $18.99 I bought, the whole side here was dented in like really bad. I did not notice that. And I'm thinking there's no way, like even if you dropped it, there's no way it would have gotten dented that bad. So somebody had to deliberately, with like a steel toe boot, just kicked it so hard for it to be dented in like that. And then I was like, whatever, as long as it still worked. It didn't. It just kept going into like a restart motion. So I ended up returning it and ended up getting this guy just today. So, hey, I saved a few $100 getting a 3070, but I got a 1440p monitor. So it feels right. It feels right. And I've always been I've had a 970, a 1070, a 2070. So a 3070 I just feel like I'm at home. Hopefully, I don't know what I'm sure they gave me at least 600. I think 650 is a minimum, but they may have skimped out and gave me like a 650 watt or 600 watt PSU. I actually got what looks like to be a full motherboard. Usually in these pre-builts, they skimp out and give you these like mini ass motherboards with those like mini RTX. So it looks like I got a pretty decent motherboard. I'll have to look into that later. RAM by Ballistics. Cool. I've heard of them. And ADATA NVMe SSD. Cool. Cooler Master. Hey, I've heard of all these brands. Some of these pre-builts, I'm like, huh? Like, is that even gaming centric? But no, I'm excited for this. I'm happy that I was able to obtain this. Again, your best bet is get a pre-built. I think I priced everything out. This comes out like I didn't get gypped. I'm sure you can, if you're able to get all the parts, get them on sale with rebates. Yeah, you can probably buy this cheaper than $1549. But for a pre-built, I don't have to worry about anything. I don't own Windows. I notice like when people are doing builds, I guess they assume just everyone has Windows laying around. Last time I checked, it's like $130 for Windows. Even though I always buy it for like what? The $10 version that's going to get taken down by Microsoft a year or two later. But that's still worth it. So you get Windows. I get even a keyboard. Where is it? Keyboard right there. And a mouse somewhere. I'm pretty excited. 10700K. I think that last one, that 3080, for $1899 was just a 10700 if I remember correctly. So I got the K version. This is a perfect 1440p gaming. Really nice. This looks really nice. It's MSI, so I don't know. I just wanted to show you guys, give you a little update on my journey to a 3080, which is now a 3070. But it's Cyberpower. I got a nice NZXT in black. They do have a version that I've seen you can add to cart for $1349, a 3070, which is amazing because a 2070 Super is the exact same price. It's the exact same price for a 2070 Super. Everything's the same, but you get a 3070, 3700X, 1 TB NVMe SSD, 16 gigs of RAM, everything, but it's like in white. It's kind of that black and white toaster NZXT case, but it's $1349. The same price if you were to get a 2070 Super. So look out for that 3070. If not, this is like a couple $100 more. You get an Intel 10700K, which is going to run a lot better than a 3700X. I prefer Intel, like my last video. It's just solid. It works. I've had no issues with Intel in the past. All my gaming PC bullshit came from AMD. Well, that 3080 didn't boot up correctly, so it could have been the Intel CPU. But I have a feeling it was a person who, their steel toe boot kicked the shit out of it. They just couldn't help that somebody was going to buy a 3080. But here we go. I'm about to set this guy up and get back to work. I will talk to you guys later. Later.